Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Dear students, today we will discuss the topic of DQ. We have already studied the normal queue. In normal queue there are two sides. One is called the front end and the other one is called the rear end. You can do insertion at the rear side and deletion from the front side. So when we want to insert element, first element, second element, third element, fourth element and the fifth element, it means the last element. Okay, so when rear end goes to the R and we want to insert a new element, so it will show a message to us that the overflow condition satisfies and you cannot insert new element. When we want to delete elements, say for example first element is deleted, second is deleted, third is deleted and n-1 element is deleted. Now we have space available at the front side, but if we want to insert a new value, still the overflow condition is satisfied and it will give a message to us that you cannot insert a message. To overcome this problem, the DQ and circular queue comes. Okay, that you can insert the both from the front side as well as from the rear side. So DQ means that this is just like the normal queue, but you can do the insertion as well as deletion from the front side and also from the rear side. You can do insertion and deletion from the rear side as well, from the front side as well as from the rear side. Both insertion and deletion is possible from the both ends of the queue. So this is called DQ. D stands for double and E stands for end, double-ended queue. You can do insertion and deletion from the both end, rear as well as from the front end. Okay, so there are further types of the DQ. One is called the input restricted DQ. Input restricted DQ means that you can implement the instruction on insertion. That insertion is only possible from the rear end, but deletion is possible both from the front end as well as from the rear end. So in input restricted DQ you cannot do insertion from the front side. In output restricted DQ, it means that you can delete elements only from the front side. You cannot delete element from the rear side of the DQ, but you can do insertion from the both sides. Okay, so this is called the output restricted DQ, means that you can restrict the output, that only deletion is possible from the front end, not from the rear end. Okay, so this is called the output restricted DQ. And what is circular queue? Circular queue means that when you connect the last element, the nth value, with the first element, so the last location, the n location, is again connected with the first location. Say for example this is n and this is 1. So when you connect the n with the 1, so it means that this is the DQ. Okay, so if you do the insertion till the end and now you want to insert, so this insertion is not possible in normal queue, but when you use the circular queue, now this n is connected with the first location. So in this case you can insert new value to the first location in circular queue. So in normal queue problem exists whenever you have space available, but when you goes to the last location, means there is only one value at the last location, you cannot do insertion in the normal queue. But in DQ or circular queue you can do insertion from you can overcome this, what is called this deficiency of the normal queue. Okay, so these are the types of the DQ: input restricted and output restricted. So it's important to note that when you do insertion from the front side in DQ, you can do insertion from both end, double-ended. Okay, at rear this is the normal, you have to increase or increment the rear end by 1. this is the normal operation, just like the normal queue. And deletion from front, this is also the normal operation, just like the queue operation. So when you want to insert at the rear end, you have to increment the rear by 1. When you do deletion from the front side, you have to increment the front side by 1. So these are the normal operation. But if you want to do insertion from the front side, so the front will be decremented. Why? Because if you are at this location, say for example this is the front location, and you want to insert from the front side, okay, so if you want to insert a new value, then the front value will be decremented, front will be decremented minus minus. Okay, so this is not the normal operation of a queue, this is the dequeue operation. So when you insert a value from the front side, the front will be decremented. But for the first time, when you do insertion from the first time at the front side, so front will be incremented at that case. Okay, front will be incremented at that case. Means when you want to insert first element, there is no element they exist in the dequeue, and you want to insert the first element from the front side, so at that in that case front will be incremented. In all other cases front will be decremented. When you want to do deletion from the rear side, okay, this is the rear end, and you want to delete element from this element, okay, from this side. So when you delete it, you have to decrement the rear. Okay, rear will be decremented by 1. Okay, these were the normal operations of a dequeue. Now if you, when the front and rear are equal, it means that there is only a single value in the dequeue or in the queue. So when you delete that value, both the rear and front will goes to the null. Okay, means you have to assign the null value when you delete the last element, or the 0 value means there is, it will shows that now there is no element exist in the dequeue. Okay, so this was the brief introduction of the dequeue, as well as we discuss or add few sentences with circular queue. Okay, now let's move to the operations, possible operations on a dequeue. Two operation, insertion operation and deletion operation. So both of these algorithms are used for insertion. At the left side this is insertion from the rear end, and at the right side this is insertion from the front end. Okay, so first when you have to do insertion, you have to check the overflow condition. dequeue is the dequeue, front end, rear end, and n shows size of the array or size of the queue or dequeue. Okay, so if front is at the first location and rear is at the last location, it means that the dequeue is full, and this will show, this is the overflow condition satisfies, it means that the dequeue is full. Okay, but if you want to do insertion from for the first time, means there is no element in the dequeue, and you want to insert from the rear end. If front is equal to 0 and rear is equal to 0, assign 1 to the both the rear end, the rear as well as the front, because if you want to delete operation, now the first element is available for deletion. So in this case we want to do insertion. This is the first time insertion, means the dequeue is empty and you want to insert the first element. So if both front and rear are 0, assign 1 to both front and rear, and assign value to the rear end. Okay, and this is the normal insertion. In normal insertion, if rear is less than n, increment the rear end and assign value to the that specific rear location. But if this condition is not satisfied, means rear is not less than n, it means there is no space available at the rear side. Okay, if rear is equal to n, it means that the rear side is already full, there is no space at the rear end for insertion. Okay, so this is the normal insertion. and this is again the overflow that from the rear side, that at rear side there is no space available. Okay, so this left side shows insertion from the rear end, and the right side algorithm shows that this if you want to do insertion from the front side. So again, if front is at the first location and rear is at the last location, again overflow condition satisfies, so there is no space in the DQ for insertion. This is the first time insertion from the front side. So if front is equal to 0 and rear is equal to 0, assign 1 to both front and rear, and now assign or enter value to that specific front location. Okay, first location. In the third step, this is the normal insertion. If front is greater than 0, means not the first location. Already we have discussed the first location, so the value exists at the first location. So if you want to insert a value at the first location, means there is no value at the first location, and you want to insert, say for example, front is at this location, second location or third location. Okay, front is equal to 3, and you want to do insertion at the from the front side. Okay, so if you want to do insertion, you have to decrement the f by 1. So if will goes to 2, front will be decremented from 3 to 2, and now assign the value to this location. Okay, if value exists at the first location, it means that there is no space available at the front side. So it means that this message will be shown to the user, no space at front side for insertion. Okay, so this is the insertion. This is the normal insertion. If space is not available, a message will be displayed to the user. Okay, this is the overflow, and this is the first time insertion. So these were the insertion both from the rear end as well as from the front end. Now do deletion from both the end, DQ, front end, rear end, and shows size of the queue. If front, this is deletion from the front. So from front, this is the normal deletion. Okay, so if both front and rear are equal to 0, it means underflow condition satisfies, and return the control. Okay, if front is equal to rear, it means there is only a single value in the DQ. So delete that value at the front location and assign 0 to both the rear end as well as the front end. Means that now the whole DQ is empty. Okay, so when you want to delete the last element, then this condition will be satisfied and you can delete the element. This is for the normal deletion. Assign null to that front location, the DQ front location. Okay, assign null value to that location and increment the front by 1. This is just like the normal queue operation of deletion. Okay, this was the deletion from the front side, just like normal deletion. Now if you want to do deletion from the rear end, so in that case rear will be decremented. Okay, now let's see. This is the underflow condition. If front is equal to 0 and rear is equal to 0, it means that DQ is empty. Overflow condition satisfies and DQ is empty. If front is equal to rear, it means you want to delete the last element. Assign null to that rear location, just like this. Okay, and assign 0 to both front and rear end. It means that now the DQ is empty, and this is the normal deletion. Assign null value to that DQ in and assign rear minus 1 to rear. This is not front. Okay, this is my mistake. Okay, so you have to correct it. Rear will be equal to rear is equal to rear minus 1. Okay, so when you do deletion from the rear end, when you delete this element, now rear will be decremented. The rear will be decremented by minus 1. Okay, in insertion you have to increment the rear by 1. In deletion you have to, from the rear side, you have to decrement the rear by 1. So this is not front again. Okay, rear will be equal to rear minus 1. So these were the operations, insertion and deletion operations of the DQ. Now let's move to the implementation. These are the header file, and this is the DQ of, this is not 4, okay, this is 5 values, because I am here, I am using this if r is equal to 4. So if this is 4, then this value will be 3, and this will also be 3. So this is my mistake again, DQ of 5. Okay, I did mistake in this. DQ of 5, it means that you are assigning 5 values to this array RDQ. Okay, this is the option, clear screen option variable, and this is also another variable, rear end and front end. At the start assign -1 to both the rear and front end, because when you are implementing the DQ by using array, so array location starts from 0 in C++. Okay, so while option is not equal to 0, means when option at the first time the option hold garbage value, so that garbage value may not be equal to 0, so the control will goes to this while loop, and when you press 0 from the keyboard, this while loop will be terminated. 1 for insertion at the rear side, 2 for insertion at the front side, 3 for insertion at the front, deletion from the front end, 4 for deletion from the rear end, and 5, when you press 5 from the keyboard, this will display the values. Okay, and 0 is for exit, and enter your choice. Cn, when you check, when you enter the option, this option will goes here as well as to this switch statement. When you say for example press 1, so the control will goes to the first case, and if you press 2 from the keyboard, control will goes to the second end, to the second case, that is insertion from the front. Okay, so first case is insertion from the rear end, second is insertion from the front end, third is deletion from the front, 4 is deletion from the rear. Okay, so these are the options. So case 1 means deletion from insertion from the rear end. Okay, this is the normal insertion. You have to recorrect this is the DQ or array of size 5. Okay, if you put 4 here, then this r will be equal to 3, and this condition will also r will be less than or equal to 3. 0 to 3 means 4 values. So if f is equal to front is equal to 0, and rear is at the last location, 0th location and 4th location, rear is at 4th and front is at 0th location, means all the 5 locations are occupied. So this is the overflow condition. Okay, this is the first time insertion. If f is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1, we assign this already. Okay, so assign 0 to both the front and rear end. This is for the first time insertion. Okay, when there is no value and you want to insert a value from the rear end or from the front end, this is the overflow condition. This is the first time insertion. So assign 0 to the front as well as to the rear, and insert a value. You will insert a value from the keyboard, and that value will goes to that end, and that value will be assigned from the rear side. Okay, so this is the first time insertion, and this is the normal insertion. If rear is less than 4, it means rear is 3 2 1 0. Okay, means you want to insert values not for the first time but for the second, third and fourth time and fifth time. Okay, so you have to increment the rear and assign that value to the rear. Okay, this is the normal. And if r is not less than 4, means if r is 4 or greater than 4, okay, so in that case it will show that नो स्पेस एट द रेयर साइड. 4 से तो ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकता लेकिन 4 हो सकता है. ओके, सो इफ़ r is equal to 4, it means the rear side is already full, so there is no space at the rear side. A message will be displayed to the user. So case 2 means that you want to do insertion from the front side. Okay, so if front is equal to 0 and rear is equal to 0, it means overflow condition. There is no space at the front side, okay, or in the rear side. Okay, so if this condition is not satisfied, then the control will goes to this statement. This is the body of the if. Here, this is the start and this is the end. This if is not dependent on the previous if statement. Okay, so if front is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1, this is the first time insertion. Okay, so assign both front and rear with the value 0. Assign 0 to the rear as well as to the front. Enter a value and this value will be assigned to the DQ of the front. Okay, if front is greater than 0, this is the normal insertion from the front side. So when you want to insert element from the front side, so front will be decremented. Say for example, if front is at this location and you want to insert, so front will be decremented. So decrement the front side and assign or enter the value, and that value will go to that front location. If the front is not greater than 0, means if value exists at the front side, it means that there is no space available at the front side, so it means that you cannot do insertion from this end. And put the break statement. Okay, this is the last statement that break this statement. Okay, again single break. This is the this break is not dependent on this else. Okay, this break is the case 2 break. Okay, case 3 is deletion from the front side. This is the normal deletion. So if is equal to if is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1, this is the underflow condition. If is equal to r, it means that you are deleting the last element. Delete that element, assign null value to that front location, and now reset both the front and the rear with -1. If this condition is not satisfied, so this is the normal deletion from the front. Assign null value to that front and front will be incremented. You want to delete element, if this is the front, so front will be incremented. Okay, you want to deletion, you want the normal deletion, so front will be incremented. Okay, this is case 3. And case 4, when you want to delete from the rear side, okay, if front is equal to -1 and rear is -1, it shows the underflow condition and break the switch. Okay, if r is equal to f, it means that you are deleting the last element, so assign null value to that rear and now reset the front and rear. So assign -1 to both the front and rear end, and this is the normal deletion from the rear. So if you want to delete element from the rear, so you have to decrement that element. Say for example, if this is array and you are at the rear end at this location and you delete this element, now you have to decrement that. Okay, if you increment, so in insertion you have to do the incrementation, but in deletion you will do the decrementation. So assign r with a value r -1. Okay, so this is the normal deletion. Case 5 is for the printing the value. So integer I from 0 to I less than or equal to 4 and I plus plus, and print that value, and /t means the values two values will be separated with 8 spaces or a single tab. Okay, and select the break statement case 0. This is the default break, and default is also just put a single break statement within the default. Case 0, when you press 0, so the control will goes here, option is 0. So when you print an option, this will goes to the default case, and the control will goes to this option of 0 is not equal to 0, control is false, so the control will goes outside the switch statement. So when you, this is the end of the switch statement, and this is the end of the while, so control will goes outside this while loop, and control will goes to this get ch when you press any key from the keyboard, so the control will return to the code. Okay, so these were the implementation of DQ, both the insertion as well as the deletion operations. Okay, now let's see the actual execution of this. Okay, so go to the Turbo C, file, open, and go to the DQ bin folder and DQ. Okay, so this is the implementation that we have seen yet. Okay, this is already corrected, DQ of 5. If you put 4, then you have to change all the options, DQ of 5. Okay, while option is equal to not equal to 0, 1 for insertion, 2 for insertion from the rear, insertion from the front, 3 for deletion from the front, 4 for deletion from the rear side, and 5 to display value, and 0 for exit. Enter your choice. For the first time, this option will hold the garbage value. Okay, this is the code that we have seen yet. Case 1, insertion from the rear in normal insertion. This is the overflow condition, front is equal to 0 and rear is 4, all the values. The DQ is already full, overflow condition. This is the first time insertion. When you insert first value into the DQ, then f is equal to -1, r is equal to -1, assign 0 to both values, means if you want to delete an element from this, you can delete it. Okay, and assign that value. And if this is the normal deletion, and this is the when there is no space at the rear side. Okay, this is the case 1 that we have already seen. Case 2 is insertion from the rear end. Again, this is the overflow. This is the first time insertion. Okay, this is the first time insertion, and this is the normal insertion from the front side. If front is greater than 0, decrement that and enter the value, and if there is no space available from the front, so the else will be the body of the else will be executed, and this break is outside this else. Okay, case 3 is deletion from the front, so normal deletion. So this is the underflow condition. If front is equal to -1, rear is equal to -1, there is no value available in the DQ. This is the normal underflow condition. Okay, if f is equal to r, it means you are deleting the last value, so delete that value, and now readjust the front end, the rear end with -1, means that the DQ is empty. And this is the normal deletion. Assign null value to the DQ at the front location and increment the front by 1. We had already discussed this. Okay, this is the break for this case 3. Case 4 is for the deletion from the rear side. Okay, so this is again, this is the underflow condition. If f is equal to -1, r is equal to -1, underflow condition will be satisfied. If r is equal to f, means you are deleting the last element. Okay, so delete this element, dq of r is assigned null, and readjust the values of r and f, front and rear end, with -1. This is this code is for a normal deletion. Delete this the value at r location and decrement from the rear side. Okay, you can do decrementation from the rear because you are doing deletion operation. This break is outside, and this is used for this case. Okay, I hope you all are familiar with this switch statement and while loop. Okay, 5 is for the just printing values in the dq are I equal to 0 to I less than or equal to 4, and dq of I and /t means separate the values, the printed values, by 8 spaces or a single tab. Okay, break, this is the default the case 0. When you press 0, then both the control will goes from the outside of the switch as well as to the of the while loop. Okay, because in while loop we check that while choice your option is not equal to 0, when we press 0, so this condition will be unsatisfied. 0 is not equal to 0, so it means 0 is equal to 0. This condition will be false, and the control will goes outside of this while loop. Okay, so this is for the 0, and this is for the default. We just insert or put a single break statement. If you didn't put a single break statement in any of the case, so the below cases will also be executed. Okay, this is the end of the switch statement, and this is the end of the while loop. So when the while loop is false, the control will goes to this get ch, and when you press any key from the keyboard, the control will goes to this code. Okay, so now let's check it. Control F9. Okay, enter your choice. So I want to do insertion from the front side. Okay, so I put 2 value to be inserted. I insert the 12 value. Okay, now I want to display the values. There is only single value 12. Okay, all the other values are garbage values. 7 17 0 2 1 or 1978 1954, these are the garbage value. Okay, now I want to insert another value from the keyboard. Okay, so I want from the front side. Okay, so this will show that there will be no space available at the front side. Okay, again I put enter choice 2. Okay, so let's see. Okay, no space at front side for insertion. Okay, you cannot insert the value from this side because at the 0 location already value exists. Now I want to insert another value from the rear side. I insert a value, enter value 13. Okay, now I want again I want to insert a value from the rear end, so I choose 14. 3 values are inserted. Now I want to display these values. 12 13 and 14 were inserted. Now again 15. Okay, again 16. Okay, it means now let's print the values. 12 13 14 15 and 16 values are in the DQ. Now I want insertion from the rear end, so it means overflow condition. Okay, there is no space available at the rear end. Now I want to delete element from the rear side, so for this I have to choose which option? 4 option. Okay, value deleted. Now I want to print, let's see, yes, value is already deleted, null value is assigned. Now I want to delete element from the front side. Okay, front side value is deleted, again a single value is deleted. Now I want to print values, so first 2 values are null and the last value is also null. Only 2 values 14 and 15 exist. Why? I choose wrong choice. Deletion from the front, yes. Now I want to print, yes, deletion is occur. Now I want again deletion from the front side, yes, print the values, yes, deletion is occur. Okay, so now I want to delete element from the rear end. So for that I have to choose choice 4. Now print the values. So 14, 15, 16 values are there. Now I want to do insertion from the front side, so I choose 2. Okay, value inserted 14, I want to insert 13. Now I want to print the values. Oh yes, 0, 13, 14, 15 and 0 value. Now again I want to insert value from the front side, so choice 2, yes. 12, yes, value is inserted. Now I want to print 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Now I want to insert from the front. Okay, yes, no space at the front side. Now I want to insert value at the front side, at the rear side. Okay, value inserted 16. Okay, now I want again, so overflow condition. Now let's check the underflow condition. Deletion from the rear end, so 4, one value deleted, 4, second value deleted, 4, third value deleted. Now I want to delete values from the front side, so I will have to 3 and 4. Now I want to delete from the front or the rear side. So let's see, 4 or underflow condition. Now let's see 3, yes, underflow condition. For 5, okay, all the values are null, and 0 for exit. Okay, now the control goes to the get ch statement. When I press any key from the keyboard, the control will goes here. Okay, I think you people will understand this lecture. If you have any problem, feel free to contact. Okay, you already have my WhatsApp number. If you have any problem, kindly contact. Okay, Allah Hafiz.